afternoon, and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. We are talking about a seed swap today with our guests, Dina Larson and Tammy O'Connor. Welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge, and we are speaking with Tammy O'Connor and Dina Larson about an upcoming seed swap, and I'm super excited to hear just even those words sound like spring. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit more. What is a seed swap?
Thank you so much. Basically, our version of a seed swap is just people getting together and talking about seeds, bringing some seeds in if you have some left over from last year, or if you collected some, even collected some from your plants, coming together, grabbing some seeds if you're in need of seeds, because right now there is a seed shortage going on out there. And we'll have a couple of envelopes here for, you wouldn't have to take the entire packet, just a couple, in order to spread the love a little bit.
Yeah, a seed swap is a lot like a potluck, where people bring different things and you can just share what you have. And oftentimes a tomato seed packet might have 30 seeds and you only need a few of them, or you want to try an interesting variety and you only want to plant a few of those plants. You can let somebody else take some of those seeds. And when we had our first annual one last year, we had, I think, about 30 people who gave us their email addresses that say they would like to be part of a seed sharing community. And that's what we're on a mission to do, is to get that going here in the Lakeshore area.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm going to put up this graphic. This is a seed swap, and it's going to be Saturday, March 19th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Manitowoc Public Library. This is an in-person event in the Bolkansky Room at the library. Do people need to register in advance or do anything before they attend?
Not at all, but we do have a collection box outside in the library. Just when you come in, if you would like to bring a couple of seed packets, just drop them off. We can always put them in our little brown envelopes already counted. But feel free just to come empty-handed, come with stories, come with questions. We're really excited to talk gardening again.
So will there be a presentation along with the seed swap?
Not a presentation, just informal conversations, which are wonderful. Last year, there was a gentleman who stopped by. He didn't know what was going on. He ran home and he got some flower seeds. I don't know if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
He had some sunflower seeds from Mexico, and he just brought them to share with other people. And it's just fascinating to listen to how these seeds travel from gardener to gardener.
So have some of these seeds, are you keeping track? Have people kept track of them? Do they know, like, okay, this has been in our family for, X number of years, X number of generations? Are we talking those types of seeds?
If people have them, there are people out there who do that. We both are fans of Baker Creek heirloom seeds. And this year I'm trying a squash that reportedly was planted by Abe Lincoln's family and came up from the southern Illinois, and that seed has still been planted from generation to generation. So we're hoping that some people locally have some of those types of stories and seeds to share.
That's fantastic.
Sometimes we need to be careful when we are collecting seeds from our vegetables, because there is a lot of cross-pollination, especially with tomato seeds, corn, things like that. You have to be within a certain not within a certain radius of other vegetables of the same type, or we will have a cross-pollination. And sometimes that's what you want. It's a fascinating hobby to be thinking about. You can make your own hybrid over generation.
So some of this is, you're demonstrating some of the unique and very interesting and informative conversation that might take place during a seed swap.
Absolutely. And we are by no means experts. We're learning, and we're both educators, and we would always learn from our students. So we're hoping to learn from whoever shows up. And if they say, well, I do this, and kind of a collective understanding.
What are you both looking forward to planting this year?
I am hoping to have a pollinator tea garden. I'm going to be starting. My son is heading off to college, so it's time to tear down all the play toys, and I'm going to be putting a neat garden in.
Oh, that's a perfect, adaptive reuse of that space. Awesome. Dina, what about you?
Well, 2 years ago, I planted 25 different kinds of cherry tomatoes to find what I felt was the best one. This year, I'm focusing again on kale. I've been experimenting with different varieties. Last year I had 11 types of kale, and I want to not only plant my favorites, but save the seeds from them.
So are you meticulous when you have a garden? Are you pretty good at like keeping notes in a notebook?
I'm really good about keeping notes in a notebook, but then I lose my note papers. So I have good intentions.
I always think that I'll remember. I always think this is going to be so obvious. And then there's really something important to think about keeping those notes because it is hard to keep track of it after a while.
Yeah.
One thing that I am trying is a calendar instead. I donated just one calendar to keeping track of everything, and then it hangs up right where I do all of my gardening, and I have the dates right on there when I planted something, when something came up, and that seems to work a little bit better for me because then I don't misplace it as much.
Yeah, that's an excellent tip. I love that. Okay, and so if somebody has, is kind of new to the experience of planting for themselves and they come to the seed swap, do you have recommendations on, good basics to begin with?
We had some handouts last year. I don't know if we'll have them again this year, but just about any seed catalog will have information like that. We certainly will have some things available, and just be able to talk with people. It's nice having the library this year because they have a lot of resources here too that based on what the people are interested in, we certainly can direct them.
You
Awesome.
can even have some books pulled.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Oh, great idea. Cool. All right, everybody who's watching, we're talking about Seed Swap. And this is a free event open to the public Saturday, March 19th, 9 a.m. to noon in the Bolkanski Community Room at the Manitowoc Public Library. I'm totally feeling like spring after this conversation.
It's coming.
Anything else that you want viewers to know before they attend the Seed Swap?
I don't think so.
No, we're just looking forward to talking spring and talking plants with everybody.
Oh, it sounds awesome. All right, that is Seed Swap, March 19th, 9 a.m. to noon at the Manitowoc Public Library. You've been watching Coffee on the Coast. Our guests today were Dina Larson and Tammy O'Connor regarding the upcoming Seed Swap. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Coffee on the Coast. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.